Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another First Play on launch day. And what you're looking at here is a little gem of a game that's only a 99-cent game. A game I played a little over a year and a half ago called Catch a Falling Star. Now this is not the game we'll be playing today, but I want to go ahead and make sure everybody understands that if you're looking for a fun little casual game, look no further than Catch a Falling Star, made by Alistair Software, a game that launched on Steam back in March of 2016, and on launch day I gave it a 88%. A game where you're simply a little bowl moving back and forth. You can buy different designs for the background, you can buy different things to catch these stars in, and all you do is, like the name of the game, catch a falling star. This game is a 99-cent game, and it's on sale quite frequently for, well under a buck. And I can't recommend this game enough. Since this game launched, I have 19 hours in the game, and probably have more before it's all said and done. A hell of a value for under a dollar. But now we're going to go ahead and talk about Alistair Software's newest game, and this is a game that just launched today, thus my first play on launch day. I want to go and thank the developer for reaching out to me and giving me a free copy to evaluate his new game, Space Rocks, in this video. And this looks like a pretty crazy dodge asteroids kind of game. But I'm going to go ahead and give this game my first play on launch day and give it a first day review and score, much like I did with Catch a Falling Star about a year and a half ago. And we'll be back right after this to see if Space Rocks is worthy of its $2.99 regular price tag. Alright everybody, welcome back. So we can see right off the bat this game is made with Unity as software engine, and again we see the developers opening screen showing the name of them, and it launches with this main menu screen, Space Rocks. So here we have the ability to jump in and play. We can take a look at our video and our settings. Let's go ahead and do that. So if we jump into video, it's going to give you the option of changing your resolution here. Looks like you have only 3 settings, 1680 by 1050. This is going to be if you have like a standard monitor, not a widescreen. And then you have a couple of widescreen options at 1920 by 1080, or if you have the real advanced video card and maybe a really big screen monitor, whatever you want, that maximum resolution, you do have the 2715 by 1527. And then you can customize how good you want the textures, that kind of thing. We're just going to go high here. I'm not really that worried about it. And you have a few other options here, including turning your FPS toggles on. It'll give you your FPS, your average, and I don't know how fast it's going to be. Let's go ahead and try this game at the highest settings. I mean, I got a pretty decent computer, and see what we get there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and leave the FPS on just so we can take a look at that. Settings here. When we come in here, we have the ability to set in the amount of supernova we get. I'm just going to leave that on default. I think that is like when you see this kind of stuff, in space, it can kind of block your view of upcoming asteroids. But we're going to go ahead and leave that there. It does make it a little, fancier and nicer to look at while you're playing. And you have the ability to customize the volume of your music. Turn that down just a little bit here, just so you guys can hear me, hopefully, while I play the game. And then you have, different effects that you can turn on or off, including that blue cloud I was talking about. That's right here, it looks like. Blue cloud. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and leave everything checked. We're going to go ahead and jump into play. Alright. So this is where the game is really impressive, guys, right here. You have a lot of different options to customize this game for, whatever you're in the mood for. And I think the best setting right here is you have the ability by default to set one of these demo songs the game comes with, which are not bad at all. But you can also go back and you can load in whatever song you have on your own computer and play whatever you're in the mood for. So here you can see all the different, songs and stuff that I have on my computer. So you would just, go here and click this and go to wherever your songs are on your computer, assuming you have some, and select whatever you're in the mood for. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and select a old school, hair hard rock band called Dirty Rhythm. And the reason I'm going to select them is because I don't want to get a copyright strike, and I believe these guys were unpopular enough back in the early 1990s that if I use one of their songs, I'm not going to have my, the music monetized on my video. So I've selected Dirty Rhythm, and we're going to go for a faster paced song here with Burn Out the Night. Now, they do have some really slow ballads as well. So again, you select whatever you're in the mood for. Maybe you're in the mood for a heavy metal song, or maybe you're in the mood for pop, or even maybe a slow country, heartbreaking ballad. Whatever you're in the mood for, put that in and load it up. Once you load it up, it's going to load that game into the game. It's going to load that song into your game, and it's going to show you the length of the song intensity, which is pretty cool. And then down here, you have a lot of different options. So this is going to be how many lanes of, asteroids are coming at you. Now, don't let this scare you, or don't let this fool you. The more lanes of asteroids you choose, the easier the game's going to be, because it's going to spread those asteroids coming at you out over a wider area. It's also going to give you more room to dodge. So the more lanes you have selected, the easier your game will be. So I'm just going to go with 5 lanes here. And if you're confused about any of these settings on the screen, just click this upper right question mark here, and it's going to explain everything for you. So we're going to go ahead and jump back. Now, one thing I really like is this quick settings. So let's, however you set your game up, if you later want to share those same settings with somebody else and have them play exactly the same kind of game you did, you can do that and kind of, compete for the best score. So I could, share this setting with my son, say, hey, just put in 5 EDKZZ and see if you can beat my score. So that's pretty cool. Now, smooth movement is going to, give you a smoother experience as you are moving and playing the game. And it's going to kind of sync that in with your song. I believe that's what it said. And then invulnerability is an important one here. If you do not check invulnerability here, your game is going to end as soon as you run out of 3 lives. So as soon as you get hit 3 times, your game's going to end, even if it's 15 seconds into the song. So it's going to be kind of an abrupt ending to the song. And so if you're not wanting your song to end, based on your gameplay, you might want to leave this checked, at least until you get a little better at the game. Now, I've only played this game once so far, so we're going to get a little more practice and leave invulnerability checked. Speed pickup, I believe this was checked by default the first time I played, and I gotta say, I didn't really like it. What it does is it kind of varies your music as you play the game, and it'll send asteroids coming at you really quick, but what it'll do is it'll speed up your song so it sounds like a chipmunk song, even if you have a slower song. And it can also slow down your music as well to where everything's like really drawn out. So I can't say that I really like this setting. And again, this is why I like this, ability to customize everything based on what you feel like. Here, under difficulty, you can select easy, and you can see as I select easy, it's going to slow down the asteroid speed. If I choose normal, it increases the asteroid count and leaves the speed at 1. If I choose fast, it's going to increase the speed to 4. And intense is going to, it doesn't really increase the speed. I'm kind of surprised. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump down and we're going to say an asteroid speed of 3 just to try it out. And normal, yeah. We're going to go for normal here, and we're going to go asteroid count. We're going to try 8. I don't know. And so we're just going to try this. Now, wormholes is something that is pretty interesting as well. So as you play the game and maybe you're looking for a more varied experience, you can set wormholes to on, and you'll hit a wormhole, and it'll last. It's going to vary how long it lasts based on how your song plays. So if your song, for example, if we go into wormholes here, the wormhole sensitivity is going to be kind of based on your song. And so when you have a kind of a level part of your song, that's how long the wormhole is going to last. I haven't done this yet, but then the wormhole length, you can adjust that as well. But wormholes, what it is, if you see a wormhole, it's going to allow you, instead of trying to dodge the asteroids, it's going to allow you to smash into the asteroids and break them. Imagine kind of like my game Rock and Roll, where you can do a spiral attack, or you can pick up like a cannonball or a smasher power up, and instead of dodging rocks, you can break them. So I think that's pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and leave that off right now though. So I've got all my settings set up for what I want. I'm going to go default 5 lanes here. I've decided to go with a pretty slow speed on my asteroid speed and an asteroid count. So this shows you how much crazier and harder I can make a game. I can go to 3 lanes here. I can uncheck invulnerability and have my game stop as soon as I run out of lives, as soon as I'm hit like 3 times or whatever. I could increase the asteroid speed all the way up to 10 and get absolutely nuts. Also notice as I adjust this, look at my quick setting code changing up in the upper right. So this is going to be a lot easier than where I could set it. So keep that in mind as we start the gameplay. Okay. So here's what I like as well with this game. So once you set everything up, and mostly I have a lot of fun with this game, you know, with these settings right here. I can go in, first of all, I can save these settings. And then if I ever come back into the game, and let's say the game's, you know, right here, I can just come over here, click saved, and go right back to where I was. So you can just click save, go back and play the same game again, or you can, you know, copy and paste this code or memorize this code, whatever. And also you can come down here and you can calculate how many asteroids you're going to get and that kind of thing. So with a calculate button, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this game and see what this is about, shall we? All right, get ready. So here we are, guys. I am getting at the maximum speed. I am getting 343 frames per second. Yeah, so I don't think this is that demanding of a game, which is pretty nice. But as you can see, guys, with me only on a 3 speed of asteroids, look how fast these things are moving. This is crazy, and I just hit an asteroid, so I lost 100 points. I lost another 100, I got hit again. I am getting broken up, and remember guys, this is one of the easier games I could possibly play. I can make this a lot crazier. I can increase the speed of these asteroids from 3, where they're at now, all the way up to 10. Could you even imagine? I am doing awful right now. Now, another thing you'll want to do, guys, is once you start the game here, before you even start hitting these asteroids, one thing you might want to do is hit escape and go in and adjust this ship movement speed. So by default, this is 5. So what you might want to do is increase the ship movement speed so you can dodge a little quicker. Let's see if that helps me here. And if you're using a controller, you can adjust that here. Okay, we can also turn the FPS off. If we didn't want that up here, we could do that as well. But then go ahead and go back to resume. Alright, so let's see if that increasing the ship movement speed helps me here. Not yet. I think it is going to, though, because it gives me a lot faster response once I've hit these keys. I got hit again. I think it's going to take a little practice. Like I say, I've only got... That was close. I've only got 1 game experience in this game, and it's a lot harder than it looks like. One thing as well is don't let this game fool you on the Steam page, because when I got to admit, when I first looked at it on the Steam page, I'm like, $3 for this? You know, what the heck are these guys thinking? This game is a lot more fun than it looks like on the Steam page. So, especially, I didn't expect asteroids to be coming at you this fast, especially on such an easy, you know, some easy settings there. I'm over 100 points, guys. I'm not doing terrible. But, oh my god. I tried to dodge to the left and I ran right into that red rock. Alright. Don't know what all these little pickups are. I think some of them increase your speed a little bit. Yeah. I think that pink one increases the speed of my rocks coming at me. And then the blue ones, I believe, give you shields. So those are going to be important, especially if you don't have invulnerability checked at the start. Kind of gives you some more shields so your game doesn't end if you've taken a hit. Doing a little bit better here, as you see. I'm over 300 points. Whether I can keep it is the question. So another thing too is, notice as I'm moving here, guys, I kind of spring back into the closest lane of traffic. So I have 5 lanes selected right now. So once I move, I kind of spring to whatever is the closest lane. you know, if I try to move out of the way or whatever, I don't know, it kind of springs you to the middle lane, or I guess what it's really doing, it feels like it's springing me back, but I think it's more just like a hop. As you move left and right, I'm hopping between the lanes. I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't stay like between two lanes. It's impossible to stay, you know, you keep your ship between 2 of the 5 lanes. It's hard to describe. And I just got hit twice. Still over 500 though, not terrible. I think the first time I played this game, I think I had like a 232 score or something like that by the time I got to the end of the song. Have about a minute of song left here. And I'm doing pretty bad. I think one thing I'd like to see, I don't think that when you have a close call, kind of like in my rock and roll game, I know it's a lot different game than this, but when you have a close call and you just barely miss, like you saw there close, when you just barely miss an asteroid, maybe it should give you not a lot of extra points, but maybe it should give you like an extra 10 points or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. I mean, a lot of these close calls are going to be by accident. It's going to be because of your massive skill, so I don't think you should be highly rewarded for it, but it would be kind of cool to see you get a few extra points for, you know, barely surviving a hit, I think. 20 seconds left. Ooh. This game's a lot more fun than you might think, guys, and the ability to customize your experience and, you know, really make things crazy or adjust the song for whatever you're in the mood for is really where the song, this is really where this game delivers, I think, is in its customization. And again, your quick setting score right here, 766 points on this particular setup here. 5 ED 1 or 5 ED IZZ, it looks like, not a 1. And let's go ahead and show you guys the difference. If let's go to 7 lanes here, we'll keep the invulnerability here and we'll go down to easy, and we'll just show you how much easier this could be, and then we'll go in and we'll play a quick game and do it really, you know, insane, and show you how crazy it can be. So let's go ahead and play another game. And for this, let's go ahead and say we're in the mood for a lot slower song with this, since it's going to be easier. So let's choose a slower rock ballad here by Dirty Rhythm called I Can't Wait. And let's jump in and play that. So here you can see a lot wider playing area, a lot wider area to maneuver. I don't even have any rocks coming yet. But look at that. Look at how slow that first rock is coming. A lot easier, a lot more casual game here, and that's kind of why I changed the song as well. But look at that, look how fast that's moving. So, you know, if you're not super skilled, maybe your hand-eye coordination isn't, you know, way up there, I think you can still come in and have a nice casual experience with this game. So, you know, don't let this game scare you. From my initial setting it pretty low on the difficulty, and getting still a pretty crazy, challenging game, you can go all the way down to an easy mode like this and have a really nice casual game experience. Listen to a nice slow song, whatever you're in the mood for, maybe a hard day at work, and, you know, come in and play something like this. So this goes to show you how much you can customize this game based on what you're in the mood for or your skill level. And like I say, this is where this game delivers. There's one of the shields. The blue ball there was one of your shields if you're, you know, unchecking that invulnerability. Speeding up a little bit here. Not too bad, though. But I think this is where this game delivers, like I said, is in the ability to customize it for whatever you're in the mood for and whatever you feel like your skill level is on things like this. Let's go ahead and back out, guys. Let's quit this. And let's go ahead and just go insane. Let's go for intense. And let's go ahead and jump this all the way up to 20. And let's see how crazy this is. Again, notice as I'm moving this, look at that quick setting code changing. Target score 4,500. Wow, we definitely better we better get a faster paced song here. I think Feel the Fire is a little bit quicker paced. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's see if we can score any points at all. Maxed out here. Again, we're going to increase. We're only at 3 lanes to move in. Asteroid speed of 20. This isn't going to work. I probably won't even score 1 point. And again, notice invulnerability here is unchecked. So once we get hit 3 times or whatever, our game's done. We probably won't even get to the first word of this song. It'll be all over. Bam, let's do it. So again, only 3 lanes here. Oh god. Hey, I did hear the first word of the song. Alright, 0 points. Here they come. Oh my god. Look how fast these things are coming. Yeah, you guys want a challenge? Play this. Game over. There we go. I scored 92 points. That's better than I thought I'd do. I thought I'd get 0. But yeah, you guys wanna go for Insanity 3 BUKZZ. Try that one. Alright guys, let's go ahead and go back to our where was my saved? I don't know why it didn't save. Custom? No, I don't know. Alright, I think we had it on 3, and then we had the asteroid count to, I don't know, 5, I think. I had 5 lanes, I had invulnerability checked. That looks familiar. Alright. So let's go ahead and go back here. And let's go ahead and grade this game, guys. Give this game a quick score, shall we? So, I want to save these settings. There we go. Now it has an option of saving it. Alright. So, again, let's go ahead and score this game, guys. Value, you know, at $3. A value score is worth 40% of your score, the way I score these games. And, you know, value is based on the price of the game and what you get for what you're paying. And for a game to have a strong value score in my criteria, it either has to deliver a really original experience, which I don't really think this game does, and it has to make me think that most people are going to play this game as many hours as it costs in dollars. So at a $2.99 regular price, I think this game needs to deliver for most people 3 hours of, you know, good solid gameplay. Maybe not the first day or the first week that they buy the game, but over the next 6 months to a year, I think most people are going to get 3 hours of gameplay out of this game. Well, I think it's really going to vary from person to person. I can definitely see a lot of people, you know, playing this and launching it up and playing a couple of quick games and not playing it more than 10 to 15 minutes and never picking it up again. But I can also see a lot of people picking this up and, you know, that like these kind of games and playing this game, you know, 15, 20 hours over the next 6 months. But I think most people, guys, are probably going to get maybe an hour or 2 out of this. And, you know, it really wouldn't score that high in a value, maybe a 25 or 30. But I think this game delivers in its ability to customize it so much. As we saw, setting it for a very casual game and changing the music or changing the settings to really, you know, make it crazy. Or doing something kind of in between like I'm doing right now. So I really think that's where this game is strong, and I think it delivers extra value there. I'm going to give this game a 35 out of 40 for value. And again, a lot of it's coming from its customization and its options that are available to you right from the start. I'm getting whacked. Bam, bam, negative 100, negative 100. But 35 out of 40 is my value. Next criteria is how much fun is the game. I gotta say here, guys, this is going to be, you know, the one criteria I think of the game and my scoring that is going to be so, you know, it's always going to be so dependent on who's playing the game. It's going to vary a lot. One person might think this game is 0 fun, another person might think this game is 30 out of 30 fun. For me, I think this game is a lot more fun than I thought it would be when I looked at it on the Steam page. Don't let the Steam, you know, preview page fool you. This game definitely delivers a lot more fun than it looks like. I'm having quite a bit of fun here, guys. I think I'm going to give this game a 24. No, I'm going to give it 23. 23 out of 30 on the fun. I think it's pretty fun, pretty intense. It's not going to score extra points like it did in the value, but I'm going to give it a 23 for my own personal rating on the fun. Next criteria of the game is controls and bugs. This is where this game, you know, delivers big time. There's really no bugs here. I mean, it's really not that complicated. Move left and right. but again, it excels in all the different options and everything that it gives you, and the controls are customizable, so you can increase the ship speed and how fast your reaction is when you push left or right. 20 out of 20 here. I can't see any reason to take any points away at all for controls and bugs. And then graphics and sound, guys, is the last criteria for 10 total points. And I remember I gave Catch a Falling Star, a really simple two-dimensional game, a 7 out of 10, and I thought it was really nice, especially the music. Here you can customize the music to whatever you want, and it's a 3D game, so with a 3D game like this, I expect the graphics to go up, the quality of the graphics to go up a little bit when I have a 3D game like this, just a little bit. Kind of my own weird expectation over like a two-dimensional game like Catch a Falling Star or my own rock and roll game. I think the rocks are a little bit uninspiring. I think they could be a little bit better, to be honest, for a 3D game. But I like the background in space. I like the design of the two boundaries there. I think it looks really cool. Some of the power-ups look really cool, and the novas and stuff when you come through are really nice. You also look at my ship. I think it looks pretty impressive. It looks like something they might have bought off the Unity store or something like that. But this is a thing where if you're using a pre-bought asset or something like that, I can't take that away from the developers. I have no problem with a game developer going in and using, if he bought all the rocks and he bought the ship from the Unity store, no problem at all in my book. That is not asset flipping. They've coded this game themselves, and they've made a really excellent game with the code themselves. So, obviously I would hope that if they can't, kind of design or make their own ship and rocks look, pretty nice, that they would go out and buy them, because that's going to give the player a better overall experience. And I'm not saying that they did buy the ship and the rocks. I have no idea. I'm going to guess that they did. But again, I have no problem with that, because they've done all the engine, they've done all the coding. The game is their game. And if you want to buy assets and put those into something that's your own game, no problem at all. Where I have a problem with asset flipping is when somebody just goes and buys not only assets like all the creatures and mobs or zombies or whatever in the game, but also they either buy pre-existing code like in an asset kit, or they are unable to make a nice fluid game themselves. Like, they can't code worth a crap. That's when I have a problem with like asset flipping, either buying somebody else's code and not coding it yourself, or not being able to code at all the assets that you do buy, and you make a mess of a game. Something like the Slaughtering Grounds or Digital Homicide, or so many other games that just have a really sloppy code and bad AI, and it's just a mess. But no problem at all with using assets here or in a game like this, using pre-purchased assets. And again, I'm not accusing Alistair Software of doing that. They might have created this ship and these rocks themselves completely. I have no idea. But even if they did, it's not anything to score the game down for, because you can tell this is their own game. And they've made a really nice, really enjoyable game at that. Graphics and sound, guys, I'm going to give this game I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's horrible. I think it could be better. But I'm not going to score it down too much. In fact, the graphics, the rocks especially, I'm going to go down a little bit, guys. I think I'm going to adjust that to a 6 out of 10. So if we go over everything we get, the value, I said a 35 out of 40. For the fun, out of 30 points, I gave it a 23. I said 20 out of 20 for controls and bugs is a 78, and then I gave it a 6 out of 10 for graphics and sound. This game winds up with an 84% when you add everything up. Not quite as an impressive as a score as Catch a Falling Star that I did a first play on launch day about a year and a half ago. But again, this game is 3 times the price at $3. Overall, I think it's a good game. I think it's well worth your money. And I definitely think it's a lot better than it looks like when you look at it on the store page. All the different options that you have to set up the game any way you like is where this game really delivers, and I think it has a strong replay value as well. So an 84 is definitely a very respectable score, and I've got to give this game 2 thumbs up. If you like this kind of game, I highly recommend you go out and purchase it and support the developers who have made this game, and support yourself with a great, fun little game that's going to allow you to customize your own music and experience to a big variety, a big variation. This has been Space Rocks, and my first play again, guys. Again, 84% and a recommend from me. Thanks again to Alistair Software for giving me a free evaluation copy of your newest game. And you guys let me know down in the comments below if this video has inspired you to go out and buy the game, and if you agree with my score. Take care, everybody. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.